Are you looking to find the right business loan broker for your business? Well, I'm about to reveal to you everything you need to know about business loan brokers. We're going to talk about business loan brokers, who they are, what they do, and how to make sure you're finding the right one. We're going to talk about loan programs that business loan brokers have access to and ones that they don't have access to. We're going to talk about how to find the right business loan broker that has the most access to capital so they can get you the most money at the best terms. And we're going to talk about how to look at the business loan brokers that you may have access to and find the ones that have the most access to capital, the best financing options, and it can get you the absolute most money for your business. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump in and get started. Business loan brokers are professionals who basically specialize in helping you secure financing. So they form direct relationships with lenders where they're able to offer those lenders products to the general population or entrepreneurs like you and I. So oftentimes business loan brokers work with more than one program, more than one lender. And what they do is they have what are called ISO agreements or individual sales rep agreements with those lenders where they actually have the ability to offer those programs to you. Now, typically a loan broker will help meet with you, find the right loan product, actually communicate directly with the lender so they handle that communication for you, and they even help you with all the paperwork. So they'll tell you what paperwork the lender needs. They get the files submitted to the lender, they go through and get the actual approval from the lender, and then they help basically be the in-between between you and the lender to get the entire transaction completed to get the money in your bank account. Now, a lot of benefits, obviously, in working with business loan brokers, the most obvious of which is that they have greater access to capital than what you typically will. If you go look online right now for a business loan or a business credit line, it's pretty tough to determine which loan or credit line can work for you. There are thousands and thousands of different lenders. There's a tremendous amount of different programs as well. So if you don't know what works for you, it's tough to even figure out what kind of program you can get, let alone figure out the right lender for that program. So for example, certain lenders work with certain industries better than others. Certain lenders have more money to lend at certain times of the year or times of the month than other lenders. So knowing those kind of things are where a business professional that works with different lenders, works with different loan products, can quickly come in and assess and say, look, I can tell right away that you need this kind of product, and based on your industry and your situation, this lender can work best. And then they do all of the work. And having that in between makes it where you can tell your business loan broker a lot of things, then they can determine what the lenders need to know about and the best things and best ways to go through and get your loan approved at the best terms and get you the most amount of money as well. Here at Credit Suite, we know a lot about business loan brokers because we work with a lot of them. A lot of them offer business credit through us, and a lot of them offer financing through us when they don't offer that financing product usually themselves. So let's talk a little bit about that. There's a lot of different types of business loan brokers out there, okay? The most common of which are typically working with 1, 2, or 3 products. The reason for that is that it's really tough to learn 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 different types of loan programs like we do here at Credit Suite. So a lot of loan brokers will kind of hone in and find 1, 2, or 3 different types of loans they typically offer. So for example, we work with business loan brokers where their specialty is SBA loans. That's what they do. Now, if you go to them and you're a startup or newer business or have credit challenges or wouldn't qualify for SBA, they really can't help you. Okay, then we work with other business loan brokers who are really big in the business revenue or cash flow financing space. So if you have consistent cash flow and you want to get money, they could definitely help you. But if you go to them with really good personal credit and want startup capital, they can't help you. So we really find a lot of business loan brokers kind of find their niche. They specialize in 1, 2, 3 different programs. They find a handful of lenders in that space that work with each one of those programs, and then they can help you in those areas. So that's one of the first things you want to determine when you're working with the business loan brokers. What programs can they help you with? It's a good starting question. Do they just work with cash flow financing products? Do they work with collateral or asset-based products where you can get really low interest rates, even as a startup, even if you don't have cash flow? Or do they work with good credit products where you can get startup funding? Do they work with business credit? Do they work with SBA? You really want to try to choose a loan broker that works with the largest number of programs you can and do so efficiently. And usually that happens if they have a team. So for example, here at Credit Suite, we have a large team that handles funding. So we have the capacity and ability to learn a large number of products. But if you're working with a business loan broker that's just working by themselves or 1, 2 person office, it's pretty tough for them to manage and learn all the products, which is why they come down to just learn a few. The problem there is that if you work with a business loan broker that only works with a few programs, there's a good chance that they may tell you you don't qualify and you do qualify for funding. You just don't qualify for one of the actual funding programs they have. Now, the other thing is there are also loan brokers who are direct lenders. Very rare, but you'll find them as well, where they also can directly lend money from their organization as well as work with other banks that lend money. See, a lot of business loan brokers, they're basically the pass-through. They're the in-between that helps you, the borrower, and the actual lender find each other and get the transaction done. But some business loan brokers are the lender. They actually have the capacity to lend you money as well as work with other lenders. So some things to keep in mind, because in that scenario, they have more flexibility, especially if they've been in the space a while and have relationships with their underwriters and those type of things, where they can sometimes get deals done that they couldn't be able to get done if they didn't directly work with that loan product. So that's the first things you have to determine is how many loan programs they really work with. What kind of loan programs do they really work with? How many lenders do they really have access to? Are they direct lenders or are they not direct lenders? These are some of the questions that you want to use to be able to vet to find the right business loan broker. Typically, the best one is somebody that works with the largest number of products, understands them really well, has very deep relationships with the lenders they've had for a long time. In those scenarios, you typically can get the most access to capital through those business loan brokers, and you also can typically get better terms because they have the ability to negotiate with the lender. The lenders typically give them better pricing because they do so much volume. So, for example, at Credit Suite, we fund $50, $100 million plus in fundings, right, on a regular basis. So because of that, the lenders that we lend with give us more flexibility. They'll approve people who typically were denied and went to the lender directly themselves to try to get approved. They give us better terms because we're able to send them so many files and so many deals that they want to give us better pricing to get more deals. So when you have a broker that has those kind of relationships, it helps you get the most money at the best terms. Now, the easiest way to know what kind of programs they work with is something I call the 3 C's cash acquisition formula. It's really simple. Almost all funding products come into 3 different categories: cash flow, credit, and collateral. So when you're vetting a potential broker, you want to see, do they have products that are based on you just having consistent cash flow financing, merchant cash advances, for example. The second C is credit. Do they have programs they can help you build business credit with, or do they have programs that you can get funding just based on having good consumer credit? Maybe your credit or a guarantor, and that means they can help you with startup funding. They can help you even if you have no cash flow. They can help you build business credit so you can have an asset where your business can fund itself. And the third C is collateral. Does the loan broker work with collateral or asset-based lenders? Can they lend you money based on account receivables or purchase orders or having equipment or inventory or 401k, stocks, IRAs, bonds? If there's some kind of asset that you or someone else around you has, does a loan broker work with sources that can help you use that asset as collateral to get funding? And then, of course, you can deal with SBA, term loans, things of that nature, where you have 2 or 3 of the C's. Typically, if you have cash flow and good credit, then you can start to qualify for SBA loans. You can start to qualify for term loans, lines of credit. So that's really how you can properly vet business loan brokers, is which 3 of those C's, cash flow, credit, collateral, which 3 of those do they have products with? Do they handle products in all 3 of those categories, or just 1 or 2? And they also handle all the way up to SBA, where if you have cash flow and good credit, they can help you with those loans as well. So how do you find the right business loan broker? Well, of course, you can always rely on Google and do a simple Google search knowing the information I've given you so far. You can also look at people around you and get the recommendations from people that you know, like, and trust. We can help here at Credit Suite as well. We work with hundreds of different loan brokers around the country that specialize in different areas. We also work with lenders and a lot of other people who can help you get financing. So feel free to give us a call. We can help you with the right placement of the business loan broker. But the other way you could do it is just to figure out what your own strength is. Is it cash flow? Is it credit? Is it collateral? Do you want business credit? Once you've narrowed down what you may qualify for and what you may need, it's easier to find a loan broker that specializes in that area as well. And again, if we can help you along the way, reach out to us. 877-600-2487. That's 877-600-2487. And we can help you find the right loan, the right credit line, or the right broker to help you in your business. Now, don't forget, you're entitled to a free consultation. Just because you watch this video here with Credit Suite, on that consultation, what we will do is we will actually help do a fundability assessment. We'll look at all the fundability stuff that typically gets you approved or gets you denied when you apply for financing, help you fix that stuff so you can get approved. It's something that most loan brokers will not do. As a matter of fact, I don't know of any loan brokers that help you with fundability unless they're working directly with us. So make sure you get in touch with us so we can help you rule out anything that can get you denied before you even apply. We also help you with all aspects of building business credit. So on this consultation, we'll help you get your business credit reports for Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, Experience. So you can see where you stand before you even start applying for loans. And we'll give you tips and tactics to build and improve your business credit. And on that call, we'll qualify you for funding as well. So on the consultation with us, we'll actually tell you all the loans and credit lines you can qualify for right now, and that's going to help you narrow down the loan broker, the source that might be the best to help you, because you'll know all the funding you can qualify for. All that happens for free on a consultation with us. Give us a call for that free consultation, 877-600-2487. That's 877-600-2487. And also grab our free guide at creditsuite.com/27 ways. It's the number 27 word ways to grab our funding vault on 27 ways to get money for your business. That'll help you access the capital you need to be able to start and grow your business as well. And don't forget, if you got value here, hit the like button, hit the love button, and make sure that you subscribe on the platform you're watching to get more cool information from us about how to get the most money at the best terms to grow your business.